Hey, it's 96 Rocks Foster. Now we know it's the final season for 24, and let's talk about this last episode. And here's an issue that I have with Dana. We now know that she's working with the terrorists, and she is a cold-blooded killer. Evidence A. Just look at the way that she killed the parole officer. Cold-blooded, and then threw him in the vent. The only issue is that doesn't really jibe with her behavior earlier in the season. If you think about Dana and the way that she reacted, for example, when her ex Kevin came to town and started blackmailing her. It was just this total freak out, crying, and the way that she just acted so nervous every step of the way. Same way that she acted with her fiance, Cole. She's either a really good actress, and by that I mean her character is a really good actress, or just the theory, maybe because nobody liked that storyline, the writers decided to change where this was going halfway through the season, which I don't think is out of the realm of possibility. So maybe Dana wasn't meant to be a cold-blooded killer, and then they made her that way, which is why her actions now are completely different from the way she acted earlier on in the season. I love the Situation Room where the president gets all of her security team together and talks about what to do with New York. So the terrorists call up and they make this blackmail threat and say, give us President Hassan and we won't set off this nuclear weapon in New York. And this discussion goes back and forth as to whether or not they should give up Hassan in exchange for saving over 100,000 people and having to cover an entire, I think it was 40 square miles, 40 city blocks with concrete and have this huge area of New York City be uninhabitable for 100 years. And I have to say, and this is the power of 24 in this particular scene, is I found myself being sympathetic to that plight, saying to myself, you know what, is giving up the lives of over 100,000 people and making this huge part of America uninhabitable worth saving the peace process and saving the integrity of America's morals and President Hassan's life? Fascinating to go through that particular play. So, and this isn't the first time in 24 that we've seen this kind of backdoor conspiracy at work, and now we see in the trailer for next week's episode that President Logan, Mr. Conspiracy himself, makes a return. I do love this twist on 24 and think it's going to have a really nice round of final 10 episodes as we head towards the conclusion. And like many shows that have set their end dates and seen an end of the tunnel, it's much easier to then write a closure for the show rather than this kind of storyline that we're not sure exactly where it goes. So I think the writers are going to do a great job with coming up with a bang-up finale for 24.